of the people, when they face hair fall, they become frustrated. In some cases, it even worsens. Why does it happen? The first and second stages shorten and the shedding phase sets in quickly. Even gharshana, that is scalp scrubbing, any of this will be needed, and sometimes even these external therapies will not solve the problem. We know that a healthy hair adds on to the beauty of a person, and that is why most of the people, when they face hair fall, they become frustrated, and eventually they start trying a lot of products like different kinds of shampoos or different hair oils. They watch YouTube and find a solution for their problem, or they keep trying what their friends say, and so many things they do. But in spite of this, we find that they are not able to solve the problem, and in some cases it even worsens. Why does it happen? The answer is the actual cause of hair fall is not understood. The hair actually passes through three stages of growth. First is the stage of proliferation, wherein there is hair growth. The second one is stage of dormancy, wherein there is no more hair growth and the hair is sustained. The third one is a shedding phase. Now, when there is disturbance in this life cycle due to any kind of causes, the first and second stages shorten and the shedding phase sets in quickly. And that is a time when we feel like the hair is falling too much, and then we get bothered about it. Now, the causes of hair fall are many. We can classify it into two. It is the external cause and the internal causes. External causes include using harsh shampoos, using hot water for washing, different hair stylings wherein the hair is being pulled tightly. Some people also complain of hair fall after they do the hair straightening treatment. Then exposure to dust and too much of traveling, lack of proper oiling or proper hair hygiene. Even some of the infections like fungal infections and dandruff, all these lead to hair problems. So which among them is the cause of your hair fall, you need to identify. So once you identify the cause, the solution for it gives you the solution for the hair fall as well. For example, if harsh shampoo is a cause, then using mild chemical-free shampoos is a solution. In case you don't want to use a shampoo, some of the home remedies, like if hibiscus leaf is available, you can soak it for some time in water, crush it nicely and take the extract off, use it for hair wash instead of shampoo. Some people also, after they wash their hair, they find that their hair becomes dry and entangled. So this also can lead to like loss of hair. So instead of leaving it just like that, you can use hair conditioners. Even the same hibiscus can be used which also serves the purpose of a conditioner. And similarly, coconut milk, that is also an option. Suppose the cause is hard water, then water softeners are the solution. Definitely scalp massaging and scalp oiling is very, very important for nourishing the hair follicles. In fact, when you use the oil, it can be selected according to the prakriti of the person. If there is any kind of problem like dandruff, so anti-dandruff oils can be used. In case fungal infection is the cause, then the doctor would have suggested some suitable antifungal oils, so that can be used. Daily you are supposed to do scalp massaging, but if it is not possible, at least twice a week it can be done. In case you are not able to do it yourself, you can approach a treatment center wherein you can get it done with the help of trained therapist. If there is severe dandruff, you can also apply anti-dandruff packs. Generally, Triphala mixed with buttermilk, that serves an anti-dandruff as an anti-dandruff pack. Where there is patchy hair loss, in those conditions, some of the treatments will be necessary. Like in Ayurveda, we have Jalu Kavacharna, that is leech therapy, and otherwise some Prachana kind of treatments where there is bloodletting, what we say, or sometimes even Gharshana, that is scalp scrubbing. Any of this will be needed, and this will be done under the doctor's supervision. Sometimes even these external therapies will not solve the problem. Then definitely there is some sort of an internal factor that is hidden. You can seek the help of your doctor to identify what it is. It can be either a nutritional deficiency. Actually, hair is said to be the byproduct of bone formation. So, some of the minerals like calcium, zinc, magnesium, all these are required for bone formation. So, substances that are rich in these minerals, say for example milk, spinach, carrot, beetroot, even in nuts, badam, all these things can be used. Even any kind of vegetables, at least 250 grams in a day, is very much essential for maintaining the nutritional balance. But these minerals alone are not sufficient. Vitamin D is very important so that these are being absorbed into the body. Similarly, hormone calcitonin is also very important. Some people, even if they have all these things, it won't be absorbed properly in the body because of their malnutrition syndrome. So this has to be again corrected with the help of medicines what the doctor gives. Apart from this, another cause is certain hormonal imbalances, both male and female hormones. Generally, these hormonal imbalances occur as a result of stress or lack of sleep. So, in some people, especially in some male, we can find that there is hair loss, especially in the upper part of the scalp, and there is reclining of hairline. Generally, it is associated with hereditary factor, that is either their father or grandfather or maternal uncle might be having the same kind of problem. Similar androgenic alopecia, that is hair fall in the upper part of the scalp, is found in women also. So generally it is associated with hormonal imbalances. Some women, when they go to doctor for hair fall issue, they will be surprised when the doctors write medicines for their polycystic ovaries complaint or their thyroid issue. So actually it is because unless these underlying complaints are addressed or these underlying complaints are treated, the hair fall will not yet subsided. Even women have hair fall after delivery. In some of the multisystemic diseases like in diabetes, in this also hair fall is associated. People when they take long-term antibiotics or steroids or after chemotherapy, even then we do find hair fall. So for these kind of patients, after they finish with all those medications, they have to work for regrowth of hair. In Ayurveda, there are a lot of herbs that are mentioned which help in hair nourishment, hair follicle nourishment and hair regeneration, as well as volumizing. So whichever is suitable, those can be used for hair pack for them. So in this way, they can ensure that they have good and thick hair. So in this way, when we systematically analyze and understand what the cause is and then treat accordingly, definitely we will get good results in hair fall. I have seen some people who actually try out a lot of Ayurvedic oils without understanding these causes, and finally they do complain that after starting the oils they have started getting problems of headache, sinusitis or increased hair fall, all these things. Actually, it is not the problem of Ayurveda. It is a problem of their approach which has to be corrected.